20 times the electricity of the average American home. Gore's extravagant energy use also transfers over to his use of natural gas, more than $1,000.80 per month on average last year. And you, Mr. Gore, want each of us here today to lower our carbon footprint, while an elitist few like yourself travel the globe enjoying the riches of the world in excess? How about this instead? Each of the thousands of people here today have a big carbon boot print ready to apply forcefully to your ever-expanding backside. In fact, Al Gore, don't come here to California again with that message, or we'll be meeting you at the border with our boots on. We're not going to allow elitists anymore to tell us how we will live. Darrell Steinberg, Karen Bass, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they work for us. And today we demand 3 steps in getting California back in the hands of the people. Step number 1 for saving our state is the total absolute repeal of AB 32. Step number 2, we make a list of all the legislators that voted for AB 32 and other job-killing bills, and then we fire them and make them get a job, paying taxes, contributing to our economy instead of killing it. And since most have never run so much as a 7-Eleven, we'll let them start at the cash register. And finally, step number 3, then we create a part-time legislature with citizen representatives like you and your neighbors. Normal, regular people who wouldn't know how to launder a bribe if it was offered to them. Now, we will take back California and this nation. We're here today to notify legislators who refuse to hear us. The next time you see us, we'll be in the Capitol with your eviction papers. We're taking the building back. Thank you. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the clouds may have come in, but we have the cure. This one's mine. You can have the next one. Lady. There's a man who lives in Los Angeles who is by far the voice of conservatism and American exceptionalism in America. And his name is Evan Sayet. And it is my pleasure to bring him here to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Evan Sayet.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Dave. All right, everybody, I know it's been a long day. I want to thank God for global warming, because I would be terribly cold right now without it. I also want to take a moment to thank our friends at NBC and CBS for being here somewhere. You know, I don't have a lot of time because it's been a long day, and it's so great that you guys are out here. You know, Joe Wilson, when he called Mr. Obama a liar, he said, "You lie." It is not just Mr. Obama, it is a culture that we have allowed to spread for far too long. The great gift that our forefathers and our founding fathers gave us, of course, was freedom. But there's something else involved in freedom, and that is truth. Because when you are free to choose your own destiny, there's nobody else covering up options that you can choose, but they don't want you to. We have become a culture of lies where merit is divorced from worth. Where the reward you get is completely divorced from merit. So that in our schools, now for 3 generations, they inflate children's grades. That doesn't make them smart. It's a lie. For far too long, we had gerrymandering, where these people aren't running for re-election, they just rejoin the districts and staying there, like Joe Biden, not that he's a congressman. He entered the Senate at the age of 29. He's not going to leave the government until he's dead, like Mr. Kennedy. That's not what we were supposed to be. We allowed it for far too long. So this fight is not just against Obama. Obama is the pinnacle right now. We need to defeat this health care plan. We then need to defeat the Democrats, I'm sorry, and by the way, Rhino Republicans in 2010. We also have to take back our schools. Do you know why our schools aren't good? Because we allow them to not be good. They're our schools. Do you know why we have crime on the streets? Because we allow it. They're our streets. This has got to be just the beginning of this movement. There's no time to rest. We've waited too long. We have become a nation that accepts lies. And lies cannot succeed. What we just witnessed, this collapse, was not sudden. It was the collapse that comes with a house of cards. It seems to be sudden, but we've been building this since 1964 when we let Obama-like thugs take over Columbia University and begin the pattern of lies. The gift that our founding fathers gave us was the opportunity. Freedom is nothing but an opportunity. It's not a guarantee and it's not an entitlement. And by the time we are done, folks, Mr. Obama will not be bowing to Saudi kings. Now, I'm not sure. Did he bow to Saudi kings? Because some people say he didn't, some people say he didn't. I think what happened was the teleprompter fell over. Because there's another lie that the left is smart. They're not smart. They're loud. Their rhetoric sounds smart to them. No matter how many degrees you have from Harvard, that believes 2 and 2 is 5, it's got to crumble. Folks, we waited till the last second. This is the last second. We need everyone to go from here more energized. You didn't finish doing your duty, you just started doing your duty. Because my generation, we had it easy. We stole every penny from our parents' retirement fund, Social Security. There's not a penny there. We have hocked every second of our children's future by borrowing money. There is no more to steal. There is no more to borrow. There is no more time for lies. And I'll tell you the greatest truth of all, not only should God bless America, God does bless America.
The last person to speak to y'all tonight, and the guy that's going to follow me, you're going to want to wait around for. So this is what an angry mob looks like, huh? I see a lot of Brook Brothers outfits out there in the crowd. Of course, he's like a shadow or a bad penny, right? So this is the third event I've organized. I organized one in D.C., one in Orange County that had a few thousand people. Today I'm told we had 5,000, 4,000 people here today. Unreal. And today, do not forget that 1.5 million people stormed the Capitol. And the press is going to want to make you believe that this movement is fizzling out. You can't hide 1.5 million people. They stormed the Beltway today to say enough is enough, we're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. And freedom, absolutely, and that's what we're fighting for here. Enough of the out-of-control spending, enough of excessive regulation and taxation, enough of rampant waste and fraud, and enough of the continued bastardization of our Constitution. We believe that our liberties and freedoms are being crushed by the heavy hand and the weight of a growing government. We have an out-of-control government and out-of-touch bureaucrats that think that the bigger they get, the more solutions they can provide to cure all of our ills. Well, we all know what Ronald Reagan said. Government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem. It's interesting. I've got a long speech. I'm not going to say it all. I'm going to pick out a few spots. But you know what? It's really funny to me that people keep saying, gosh, who funded this movement? You know, it must be the crazy right-wing Republicans. It must be those, it must be the KKK, like we had a guy out here today. You know who's funding this movement? The American people are funding this.
I'm